Sup, Duel? No, we're not packing. This is a CD creation stream. Wrong again. Thanks for the ass on my face and for subbing. Duel's wrongness knows no bounds. Everyone shame Duel for his wrongness. Look at that CD go. If you're wondering what it's doing, it's printing. What is it printing, you ask? Well, it's printing this. Oh yes. It's printing this sexy mo. We have these now are inserty boys for the discs. Oh yes. So yeah. So I've got to print, burn, sign a bunch of discs, and your job is to make me have to print, burn, and sign more discs. That is your mission. You could even get a discount on the discs you force me to burn for the duration of this stream. Oh boy, I hope I get faster at slipping these in, because this could take a while. Why? Go into your home. What are you getting stuck on? Can't have this. Well, we've almost completed the first one. I didn't want to get stuck. Actually, pro gamer strat. Let's not slide. Let's push and fold. Yoink. There. Look at it, happy. Happy in its home. Hooray! The thing. The thing has done the thing for the thing. So there's the first one. Signed, but not sealed and delivered. As that keeps on printing. Once this thing gets done with 5 discs, we'll start burning discs. Push it real good now. Ooh, woo, Min Man. Thank you. Stream MVP. Big sexy. Stream Daddy Min Man. Hello, Poison. Hello, everybody. We are making the discs. The discs to be sent out that are being pre-ordered as we speak. Look how pretty. Long live pop punk is here. And inside is the doohickey. Oh my goodness. Yay. 16 songs on this as opposed to the 13 songs that'll be on the digital release. More incentive to buy the CD. You get literally more music. Deluxe stuff. You guys have about a week to order t-shirts as well before the t-shirt orders stop. If you're wanting the t-shirt end of the deal. You got like a week. FYI. Before those get cut off. Yoink. Yes, the masks are on the website. I make those doohickeys as well. Ugh. But yes, this is the super interesting stream. Most interesting stream you ever did see. Me signing CD inserts, inserting them. Never been anything sexier. These are pretty though. So pretty. Oh. Alright. These are the first 5 done. We've got several more to make, but look at us, fully independent stuff. Alright, let's see how many are in here. Okay, this is number 5 coming out. So once number 5 comes out, we're going to use the master disc to burn 5 copies at once on that burner you see over there. Yeah, this is probably the last stream in this room. Ugh. Look at all those boxes. We're moving. All right, so fresh from the printer. Actually, this camera looks better. Fresh from the printer. More diskies. Hooray! And now we're going to throw them into the disc burner. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of there. There we go. All right. Discs are burning. Now we create CD homes for them. Midman, shout out to buying the Stamp of Approval t-shirt. You are now Scheme approved officially. What a sexy day. Whirring noises intensify. Would you ever do a sea shanty? No. I appreciate the rest of the lame idea. I do not like sea shanties. That idea would be great for someone who likes sea shanties. Doing a cover of Soldier Poet? No, I don't even know what that is that I would be covering. So I have not considered that. The only sea shanty I'll do is what would you do? Or not that one. Show me the way to go home. Boom, boom. I'm tired. I don't want to go to bed. From like the Jaws movie. Sign another one. Minnesota Rap Cypher cover? No thanks. How many physical copies am I printing? As many as we get ordered. So right now I'm catching up. I think right now I'm going to be making about 30 of them. And then Yar har fiddly dee. I do like that Lazy Town song. Yar har fiddly dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. So yeah, we're doing about 30 right now. And then if people order more, I'm trying to get 100 pre-orders by in the next 9 days. It's starting to look more daunting. It'd be a lot more pre-orders than we've ever gotten before, but that's what I want. But I can't have nice things. But we're gonna try anyway. Would you ever do a rock rap album? Maybe with Blindsight one day. He and I have talked about it before. I've done a few rock rap songs with Blindsight. Lies is one that you might enjoy. Somewhat. Pop Punk is dead. That's not what we're ordering right now. Weskeem bot. Long live Pop Punk. Pop Punk is dead was the last one we did. We're doing Long Live Pop Punk right now. Uh-oh, I hear some discs. And I think we got another pre-order. Let me verify. We did! Huzzah! Huzzah in the chat. Okay. Alright, we're just plugging all the other albums, I guess, that aren't the right album. You can buy whatever albums you want, I guess. Alright. Making more. We got 4 more burning, because that's how many had finished inking up. So I'll just start another 4 in the burner. Can someone, at least one person, do the command for the current album, for the love of balls? Is that because I missed the CG5 reaction with Kellen Go, voice actor from some of the Five Nights at Freddy's? The highlights on YouTube aren't the same. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But I'm sorry for your sadness. Alright, so here's our stack that's growing. Hello, look at all these pretty albums. All of these are already claimed, so you can't buy one of these, but maybe you could buy one of the ones I print later. Okay. I think we got another order. Be mindful, if you order anything with this album, you're gonna have to wait till this album gets out. Because anything that's pre-ordered with this, we're just waiting till we send these out. Shout out for the international order of this, Uwu to you. That means another one of these is claimed. We going to start signing more sleeves. Now remember, if you're like, I don't buy CDs because I'm a jerk, well, I'm playing hardball with this album. If you like my pop punk or any pop punk in general, you'll like this. And I've put 3 tracks only on the CD version. Yeah, 3. So you might end up listening to it on Spotify being like, damn, I like that album. Wish it was longer. Well, it would have been if you bought the CD. Playing hardball. Get the damn CD. You know Spotify doesn't pay artists. Apple Music doesn't pay artists. The only people that pay artists are people who buy shit from artists. So, to bribe you, count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 songs. 3 that are only on the CD. Yeah. So, that's the proposition here. Thanks, Depraved. Yep, those movers are expensive as hell. Now we just need to get you a disc burner so you can actually listen to the 3 extra songs. So I don't think you have a CD player or a disc burner, last I checked. They're like $20, so maybe just get one so you could rip the disc. Alright, we got more discs coming out. Now we're gonna pack up theirs. I gotta get some cases, some sleeves. But yeah, they're still coming out. Look how clean and wonderful they look. Oh yeah. They're so cute and sexy. They're gonna put the shit where we want it. Minman with $10 more. What did you say with that? I just caught that. I have no radio in my mom van, so have this. Thank you, Midman. I appreciate the $10. And that's what Mrs. Scheme said she's jealous of, the mom van. Mrs. Scheme, you want a bougie mom van, though. Also, shout out to Minman, the daddy carrying this stream. Shout out to everyone who's dropped bits on Twitch as well. Thanks. And then big shout out to everyone who's pre-ordered the album before or during this stream. Music and music-related things is the main way that I support my family and live streams. And a lot of people donate to me on live streams because they like my music. So the music is a big part of what I do. Even if the numbers don't always look like it. Financially, it's a big part of what I do, which is why this album has had hundreds of working hours and over $2,500 put into it so far. And probably more as we do like videos and promotional stuff. So please buy it. Be appreciated. Awesome. We're about to get disc number 5 to burn. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, no seis. All right, we got 6 more in the print bin. I would prefer my desk not be installed on the ceiling Probably not be the most convenient spot for it. He's over here. You'll be sexy background model number 3 for a video. Ooh woo. Speaking of videos, Tyler, you ready to film a couple pop punk videos in the town when you come out here? Because a couple of the video ideas just involve me as Weskeem in public getting into shenanigans, and I need a camera person. And you'll probably also have to film Gatsby and I, because I'm probably going to make Jonah film a video for our song while he's out there as well. So, I don't know if you're much of a cameraman, but you're going to have to figure it out. A record press is like 20 grand. I'm not about to buy one of those so I can press vinyls. Because you have to make the whole molding and everything. Well, someone just ordered like everything except for this album, so shout out to that. We got 4 of my albums, none of them are this one. But hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for buying the catalog. And I don't have to make anything because those I already have made. Yes, I asked Gatsby. He said he's going to let me know for sure on Thursday if he's able to pick up Tyler. He's trying to rearrange work stuff. Time to sign some more. On. Hey, shout out to the mask and t-shirt order. I think that was Poison. Shout out to you, Poison. She's like, I don't want that CD, but I do like that wearable merch. I can dig it. Hey, our discs are done. I see a cheer. Why is Tater crying? Oh. Well, sorry about you, Tater. This is as interesting as your life gets now. Just let that soak in. I wonder how many are buying their copies just to make a huge profit once Weskeem blows up. Look, if I ever do blow up, these would definitely be worth a pretty penny. All of these old run CDs. I don't know if that's the best bet to make, but at least you wouldn't be spending a lot of money and you'd be getting a good album out of it. You can always use another t-shirt. I mean, truer words have seldom been spoken than I can always use another t-shirt. Can't we all? So one t-shirt's always getting, some t-shirts always getting new holes in it, which means you need a new one. I need to put more discs in for burning. Okay. So just to show again, this is what this is looking like. Hello album signed. Inside of it you get your, well, let me flip you back around. You get your CD and your track list of sorts. Yay. Yeah, I usually don't make the signed thing limited at this point. If I ever started getting bigger and the demand was higher, then I would do that. But kind of like Tom McDonald, he signed pretty much all of his albums for a long time. And I would have intention of doing the same until it just becomes too burdensome. And at this point, it's not too burdensome, so I'm signing them. Because if you're buying something physical from me while I am this size of an artist, well, I appreciate you a lot. Because most people will listen to an artist this size sometimes, but very few people will financially support an artist this size. So the least I can do is sign some shit. On the off chance I ever became, a bigger name, hey, you have something cool from the early days. I can't be doing Discord while doing this, man. That's just ask questions in here. I can't multitask that much. I'm making shit. If demand was ever there, would you do a limited vinyl release? Yes, I wanted to do a vinyl release of this album. The problem was, if I ever do a vinyl release, I don't want it to cost stupid amounts of money. And the result would have been to do a vinyl release of this album and make the vinyl cost around $30, which is what I would want a vinyl to cost. 30 to $40 is 40 is pushing it, so $30 is what I would want it to cost someone to buy. I'd need to sell at that point damn near 50 to 100 vinyls to basically just to break even, and I don't have that much interest in my music to think that would happen. So we got a ways to go before we do something cool like that. And to buy a press to do it myself is tens of thousands of dollars if I'm gonna press my own vinyl. Shathia, thank you for the cheer. Hype train going. They're like, can we get the hype train? Says Min Man. You guys are getting close, I think. But yeah, if you guys want to do Q&A stuff, feel free. I'll answer what I see as I'm multitasking doing all this stuff. I want a vinyl for myself, Tyler. I would love to have a vinyl copy of one of my albums. Alright, sounds like we got more discs coming out. Time to just see what all I've done and just kind of take a stock of my inventory versus the orders that we have. A second here. See if we've caught up to the pre-orders and how much more I need to do. Because I'm running out of some of my materials right now, but I think I have more to use. Problem is, I don't know if I have more discs. I ordered more discs, but I think they got delayed, which means I might have to go get some elsewhere between here and there. All right, so these are empty. Need to burn more, so I'm going to set these over here. Unfinished pile. All right, how many do we have? We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, we got 23, and I know we have more than 25 pre-orders so far, so the grind continues, which means I need to grab, I'm gonna print, let's print 15 more, discs. And after we print our 15 discs, we will burn them, and we need more CD cases. I think I have more CD cases in the closet. Bingo! More CD cases. Okay. So we got another stack of CD cases to go through. Feel free to make me continue to meet your demands and make more of these. Ugh. Thanks for the cheer, Casper. You should probably message Tyler whichever phone number you want him to have. Yeah, I will soon-ish, some point. Would I collaborate with Tom McDonald if I had the chance? Yeah, I like Tom. If the song made sense for us to be on together, I would heavily prefer it being one of his alt-rock joints. Oh, there's a butt in my face. Thanks for subbing, Carter. Duel with the cheer. We got all of the hype stuff going. Min-Man going. Man, that hype train on Twitch, you guys going crazy with it. Appreciate you. Let's go. You know how long this took me to make? If you have not heard on streams me talk about it, I want you to throw your guesses for how long it took me to create this album art. Ready? Guess. Thanks for the cheer. So Daddy is literally a title now, huh? It's been a title in the past. It's just we switched to MVP. We've switched it back and forth, MVP and Daddy. An hour, a day, 4 months. Well, let's do it in how many working hours do you think it took? How many working hours? How many physical hours do you think I spent making this happen? We'll get you a closer look. You could see some of the little... I will say none of this is clip art, like the little icons next to the Long Live Pop Punk. None of this is clip art or taken from anywhere else. Including like my t-shirt says Pop Punk is dead. I do not have a t-shirt with a heartbreak saying Pop Punk is dead. That was... all of this is hand done. So, how many hours? Thanks for subbing, gaming. Or actually, thanks for the gift from Star Crasher. 37 hours, 45 minutes. 1,500 hours, 69 hours. Ooh, woo, 1,000 hours. 127 hours, says Jiminator. 20 hours. I'll tell you this, I was working on it on and off for 3 months. So from the time I started working on it to when it was done was a 3-month period. There's your hint. $500 hours, 100 hours, 20 hours. So I think my rough estimate on hours spent, do you think you could survive the back rooms, Mr. Scheme? I don't know what that is. My estimate of hours spent is somewhere just over 300. So just over 300 hours total spent over the course of 3 months. just to make this cover art. A lot of time spent on this album. Yes, I took this photo is actually taken from some behind the scenes footage from a music video that I shot myself for the last pop punk album. So the reference photo that I used here is from that video. And then from that, there was a great deal of drawing, Photoshop for coloring, you know, the green sky and stuff, removing trees and stuff from the background. None of that was the worst part. The worst part was drawing myself, giving myself a different shirt, giving myself different shoes, and, you know, obviously this didn't line up perfectly, so I had to erase the old shoes, and yeah. Drawing these little things, which you can see better on these little white things, which you are on the front, the little pop punk like icons. Drawing all of those took a while. I'm not much of a artist for drawing, so a lot of uncharted territory and just figuring out, but I wasn't going to be satisfied if it didn't look good. I had to become someone who draws to make it happen. And the idea of using filters was ruled out quickly. It just didn't look good, man. I tried to do just like Photoshop filters to fake the cartoon look, and it just wasn't the authentic look I wanted, so drawing it was the only option. So that's what we did. But yeah, this album has been hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of work. And because someone else produced the instrumentals, also over $2,000 of money. Surprised you didn't try a fan contest. Nope, I wanted to do it exactly how I wanted it. So that's what I did. I wanted it to be just what I wanted and nothing else. I don't care if you could do it faster. You already know where it's going. That's already a cheat code. It's not like I knew exactly what it was going to look like and went from point A to point B. There are hundreds of versions of this cover that are different than this. This was drawn several times to make it how I wanted it to be. So I could do it faster if I was doing it again. I didn't know where it was going to be. I had a general idea. There are so many versions of this that I went through. Just choosing the colors. You know, my truck is actually red, but this is like a purple pinkish version of my truck with the green sky. Yeah, there was a lot of time in just figuring out what I wanted it to look like. And drawing something, starting over, drawing it again. Will pop punk be the only music I make? I've never been a one genre kind of guy, if you know anything about me, so I would doubt that. If for some reason I was getting millions of streams on pop punk, I'd probably lean harder into it. But that's not gonna happen, so I'll keep genre hopping to whatever I feel like making. Always alternative. Alternative something. Rock, hip-hop, pop, punk. Today I was recording a rap song. I've got a couple rap songs unreleased. And I'm thinking after this album is out, you guys will get a few rap songs probably coming out shortly after, like a few weeks after this is out, and people are bored with it already. You'll get a song with a song that I have with Knox Hill, some songs I'm working on right now. You'll also get some goofy comedy songs on the main channel between those as well. Would you try a fusion country style song, even ironically? Probably not. This is the true independent artist process that you're witnessing right here. We're making it all in-house, quite literally. Even more independent than Tom. Tom doesn't make his own damn CDs. Of course, it's easier to just have someone else do it. And if I was selling as many CDs as Tom does, I wouldn't dream of trying to print them myself anymore. Glad, well, welcome, Seretti. New to me. How did you find me? What introduced you? We have 5 minutes. Yeah, Knox is fun. We have a fun little brotherly love for each other. Our song is a fun one too. It's a very appropriate song for Knox and I to do together. It's called Enemies. Saw a Tom reaction. There you go. A lot of people found me through Tom McDonald reactions and Epic Rap Battle reactions, and those are the only reactions I still will do on my main channel. Every other reaction to any other thing is on my reaction channel now. But Tom and ERB, they still get the place on the main channel because I have the most fun with those reactions, and they've done a lot to help my channel grow, so I'm not just going to abandon people who subbed to me for that. But neither Tom nor ERB has been doing anything really lately, so they will again, though. I mean, I've never met Knox in person, so... Joker vs. Pennywise has brought more people to my brand than anything else. But it is not my most viewed thing anymore. My most viewed thing is some random video on TikTok, but that didn't really, that's not going to grow my community. But it is technically the thing that most people have seen from me. It's actually got twice as many views, I think, as the Joker vs. Pennywise. Algorithms like strange things sometimes. You can't predict it. Alright, Mrs. Scheme. I'll be sure to avert the eyes of all the children. I'm going to grab an ice cream sandwich. I'll be right back. Yeah, I talked to Knox. We've talked on the phone and stuff as well. Found me through Nerd Battles, yep. Good question, Star Crasher. I don't know what that is. Bad internet, says Poison. Damn. I'm just waiting for the next batch of discs to come out. Oh, wait. I need to make a couple more. Load 2 more cases for him. Oh no, it's too late. Yeah, gotta be careful. Can't get ice cream sandwich on someone's album. Of course, some of you weirdos would be like, oh, give me the one that accidentally got some of your chocolate on it, Poppy. Like, man, your kinks. DNA and thumbprints. It would sell like a misprinted dollar. Yep. Well, unfortunately for you guys, no ice cream shenanigans happened. All of these have been kept safe. So far. Ooh, we got a stack. Current stack size. We're not done yet. I gotta wait for 2 more of those to print before I can start burning them again though, so ice cream time. I think one of my favorite album cover designs, was the It's Christmas Punk album. I had help from my artist, King Peggy, for this one. It's just so fun. He drew the scheme thing. I did the rest of it, but that's a fun one. If you need Christmas punk rock this holiday, you can grab it. Grab it now or grab it around Christmas time. Polish guy from Discord Q&A? Maybe. Raz Bowski fans call him Daddy and constantly make foot comments. I don't know who that is, but sounds like a interesting time. Sounds like they get along well with this community. Is that 5? Please be 5. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Five Nights at Freddy, dude. Fresh prints of Five Nights at Freddy Paparazzi. That didn't help me too much, but Five Nights at Freddy's seems to have a very passionate cult behind it. Bummer, because if it was an enjoyable game to play, I could have fun fraternizing with that cult more. Game's just not any fun. Yo, anyone else in here want to go ahead and pre-order one of these, please? been a dry spell of pre-orders. You can even get 10% off. Go get one. Or if you're like, I'm broke, but I want one, convince someone who's not broke to buy you a gift card. We have gift cards. They're electronic. Instantly usable. Perfect for that poor weirdo in your life. Yeah, I know you do, Tyler. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to anyone who's already pre-ordered. No, it's not super hot in this room. That burner is not a computer or anything. All it does is burn discs. I love it. Doesn't really run that hot, I guess. My computer in my office runs hot, and that's a small space. It's also an open room. There's no walls here. It's just an entry area, so breathe as well. I see, Patricia. I appreciate it. Friday, deluxe package and Manic. Oh, he's finally getting Manic. You're like, finally, I'll get it. You've been talking about grabbing that one. You were trying to bundle it to save on shipping, I think. think we have enough to fulfill all of our pre-orders now. The ones that we have so far. So that's good. Yep, perfect. Duel, big oof. Big mistakes. Yes, I saw your t-shirt in mask order. Ooh woo to you. Alright, so once these are done burning and I burn these two, I think we'll be done for now, unless we got an influx of orders, because we'll have all of our pre-orders and a couple extra. I could always print 100 of them because that's the pre-order goal. But between you and me, I'm not confident in hitting the pre-order goal. But we're still gonna try. I'll gladly run another one of these streams if I got surprised and we got a crap ton of pre-orders. I will fulfill them if it happens. Hopefully I can drop a single soon. I just gotta get a video that's competent, and maybe that'll get more people to get in the pre-order mood. Because there's no singles released for this. That does make it tough. But I'm just trying to think of how I can make a decent video without compromise. Without a camera person at the moment. Yep, we do them ourselves. But I had some help from this community, this super supportive community, to buy the burning tower and the CD disc printer. The thing that prints the art onto the discs, that's the expensive thing. This thing right here, this guy that was printing these discs to look perfect this whole time, is like an $800 machine. And that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for people saying we want you to be more independent and have more control over what you do. So yeah. You know what song already has a video that YouTube shat on? Well, Sad Songs is only on the CD. And technically there is one single from the CD released. I'm sorry, but that's the last song on the CD, and that was months ago. We need one of the ones that's a little more upbeat. It's just about figuring out how to get a worthy video done. And who knows, the algorithm will probably shit on it anyway, so that might not drive up pre-orders, but you gotta give it a try. Give it that good old college try, you know. Here. Alright, let's put this in here. I'm gonna put you back. Mace Blair, hello. Calling me We Stream. Man. Eventually, probably sooner rather than later, that We Stream channel will overtake the We Scheme channel. That's okay, I'll still get paid on it. The We Stream channel, the algorithm just the last week all of a sudden fell in love with it. We went from a few thousand views a day to the last week about 17,000 views a day on the channel. And I think it really likes the algorithm really likes the Daniel Thrasher reactions, it seems. Maybe get inspired by Nova when she did the Hey You video. She did it all on her own. I mean, I've done plenty of videos on my own. It's just about having a concept and something to... You have to have the idea to make it look good. Like, that's the problem. And most of my ideas I can't do on my own. But there are plenty of ideas you could come up with that you could do on your own. Just the ones I've been having, I can't. Markiplier is racking up the algorithm points lately. In space with Markiplier is crazy good, especially after the smash or pass trend. Yeah, I don't know. Weskeem has not gotten algorithm love in over a year. But at least Westream and Weskeem on TikTok are still getting algorithm love, which is always good. You know, I upload the same content on Weskeem's YouTube and Weskeem's TikTok, and watch the TikTok get 20 times more views despite having a fraction, 10% of the subscriber base on TikTok as I do on YouTube. And at least it vindicates me to be like, at least the content I'm making isn't what sucks. It's YouTube that sucks. And we all know that. But hey, at least YouTube likes one of my channels now, so hopefully that'll continue, so I can get I can get better passive ad revenue on the reaction channel. But yeah, so Westream's been popping off lately, so that's nice. Hopefully that continues. All right, so I think we have, how many did we end up with? Probably like 35 or so. That should be enough for now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. So we got 40 so far. Just under half of my ideal goal, which we won't hit, but I'm still keeping it as a goal would be. So not bad. Most of those are spoken for, so that's nice. So I think well, maybe not most. We're right around 30 pre-orders. I'm not sure if we're quite at 30 or not, but we're right around there. So I gave myself some breathing room for the next few pre-orders as well. So the glorious, oh damn, that doesn't work. I'll just slide it over here. The glorious pile of long live pop punk. If you're trying to buy anything from my website and get a discount, this is your last call, because once the stream ends, that code on the screen won't work anymore. So if you want to pre-order this and get, or just anything on my website and get a discount, do so now or forever pay more money. Where's my baby? I have 2 babies. They're both sleeping. It is 9:45. They better be sleeping. They are, I know that, but it's just if they weren't, that'd be some questionable parenting. Alright, so I'm putting them in the CD inventory. I'm gonna give you guys an inventory tour. If I get more popular, I will absolutely do vinyl releases of albums. I am not popular enough for that to be financially viable. But if I ever did, you bet your butt stuff I'll get some. I'm not holding my breath for that level of popularity. My CDs would have to sell, I'd have to be pushing 1,000 CDs per release before I would consider vinyl. We're pushing on a good release, like through the life cycle of the release, 250 CDs. That's on a good one. On an average release, we're like at 100, 150 for the life of it. Which physical copies, I mean, that's great. We're getting tens of thousands of streams, and yeah, it's. I'm thankful for it. It's awesome. But to do something like vinyl, I need to be pushing 1,000 discs. We're not close to that. We'd have to be about 10 times more popular. But let me show you some of this stuff. We've already been seeing the CD printer and the CD duplicator, but inventory time. So we got, that's boring drawer. This is where I keep stickers Patreon people get stickers, and then you could also order packs of stickers on the website. So I have all the stickers that we've ever had. We even still have some of these old Orange is Sus stickers that we had for a while. You never know what stickers you might get sent if you order a sticker on the websites, and you get a sticker every month on Patreon. Most recently, these were the stickers for the new Subpar Rap Battle. I like these Christmas punk stickers. We've got a bunch of those still left. We'll probably use those again next Christmas. Pew 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 pew, Tom McDonald theme sticker. Then we got all of these CDs. We don't usually keep overstock of discs anymore, but when I used to get them printed by another company, I would just have to print, a bunch of them. So I do have a back stock of my older CDs. So if you're interested in buying any of my older CDs, please do, because these are just dead money. I've already bought these. Can't do anything about it. All of these, like we just printed, they're pretty much all spoken for, and that was one of the reasons I want to do my own CD production, because I have to order CDs at 100 or 200 at a time, which means, we're gonna be stuck with some for a while. And all these After the Tone, one of my favorite albums. So we got back stocks of discs, but we don't anymore with new releases. Poison Heart. So I know you don't like nerdcore, but what about animated focused nerdcore videos? I don't know. Probably not. Doesn't sound like my thing. I like comedy when it comes to that. I've only got a few of these left, though. We're almost finally out of Bling. Bling is almost gone, which means, because we ran out of the self-titled album. So the self-titled album I have already converted to printing myself, which is great. So I don't have an overstock of this. Bling is about to be there as well. But albums that Manic has been there from day one. But albums that are just backlogged are Once Upon a Loser, Pop Punk is Dead, and After the Tone. Those albums, we got a bunch of extra copies that hopefully we'll get rid of at some point. Also, the coolest merch I've ever had are these After the Tone cassette USBs, and they didn't sell that great, but they're still the coolest thing ever. But we didn't do them again because people didn't love them. I think they're cool. This has the album on a USB that's themed like a cassette. After the Tone is still one of my, if not my best albums, and it probably means the most to me as an album. So if you want to know what album means the most to me, it's probably still this one. What are your other musical styles you've covered in your albums? Well, After the Tone is a mix of rap and alternative rock, and was almost completely produced by me. I think there's only 2 songs that I didn't produce the instrumentals on. Very meaningful album to me. It's also got some acoustic on there. Also in here we got stamp of approvals, patches, car magnets. Come on, you want a butt stuff car magnet. Or an I Scheme, You Scheme, We All Scheme for Ice Cream car magnet if butt stuff is not appropriate where you live. And then at the bottom is where I use stuff to make masks, and I got a couple of posters. So yeah, that's kind of like the inventory stash, as it were. But if I was to go through album styles, since I know there's a few people that aren't super familiar with me in here, let's go chronologically. So, Weskeem, the self-titled album. This is an alternative hip-hop album. So, it's very bizarre. It was produced completely by me. Every single song is produced by me. It's deliberately experimental over quality sound. The idea behind this album was never to make this great sounding album. It was to make something strange. So the the very essence of this album is strange on purpose. There's songs that are just trying to poke the bear and be offensive just to be offensive. There's deeper songs. There's all sorts of weird stuff. It's a very experimental album by design. Alternative hip hop is the genre. Then you have the next album, which is more of an EP. The disc version's a full album though. Bling, 12 songs on this. This one, aside from the last songs, Untitled 1, 2, and 3, and Shadows, all of this was produced by other people. You could see their names, who produced what. So the last 4 songs were the only ones that I produced, and they're all like acoustic, sad boy songs. Oh wait, I also produced another dose. I forgot. This is also alternative hip hop, but this one is more of a parody of the genre of modern rap. So the whole concept of bling with the shiny blingness. The concept behind bling is, like I said, a parody of over the top SoundCloud rap, modern rap, and all the themes of drugs, sex, and money, but not in a heavy, ham-fisted white boy rap way. It's more in an embracing the genre, but just making it weirder. So it's not like I'm going, oh, everybody just raps about money. No, I'm rapping about money. I'm rapping about women, but I'm rapping about how that kind of stuff actually fucks with my mental health, and I'm just trying to make it weird. So Bling is weird version of modern hip-hop, so it's not quite the same vibe as the self-titled album. Next album after that is Once Upon a Loser. This was the first album I made with any intention of making it sound somewhat good. So Once Upon a Loser is a very emotional album. It basically tells my life story from early childhood through right before college. And that includes some not so great moments. I produced almost all of this album. I think the only songs I didn't produce were Punk Kids, Devil's Eyes, and by produce I mean make the instrumental for, and Sports Sing. This song is just, it's alternative hip-hop again, so it would be the same genre as the self-titled weskeem album, just it doesn't lean so far into being weird for the sake of weird. The weirdness happens a little more naturally in Once Upon a Loser. Hit Me is still, by and large, my most popular song, and that's the first song on here. It was intentionally made to be a song that would be universally likable, and it worked. So yeah, this one's the Sad Boy album. This is a 2020 album, so 2 years old now. Crazy that it's 2 years old now, or coming on to 2 years this year. But yeah, so this one is interesting. You do get a couple breaks from the alternative hip hop. Punk Kids is a punk rock song, but it's mostly just standard alternative hip hop with a lot of slower emotional songs. It's a very emotional album, very lyrically heavy sad boy stuff. Then after that you have Pop Punk is Dead. Pop Punk is Dead is a pretty quick album. It's 10 songs. It was never supposed to happen, but it just happened because the community demanded it happen. It was because of the Punk Kids song from Once Upon a Loser. Everyone wanted a pop punk album. And so I made them one. It's 10 songs. It's my son's favorite album. He will literally listen to this on repeat all day. It's not that deep. There's only like 2 deep songs on there. Headphones and Sideshow. Everything else is just kind of there. It's very easy, digestible. It's light, but it's fun. It's a great thing to play in the car on a road trip, and it's quick. It's like 30 minutes at most. This is my most popular album for physical sales, was Pop Punk is Dead. So this has been my best-selling physical album, probably because it's a pop in your car and listen to it all the way through kind of a thing. So the people that want it are people who have a CD player in their car. After Pop Punk is Dead, you have, and I'm not even going to grab the disc because it's not as cool. Well, I'll grab the disc and it. After the Tone, we talked about this a little. After the Tone, which comes in this form, which is fucking cool as hell. I don't care who you are. This has the album on it. I fucking love this. Anyway, After the Tone's my most meaningful album to me. It is my story of my musical story. This is my story of music. This tells why music, how music, what happened. It's probably one of my better produced albums. I'm trying to think. I think there's 2 or 3 songs on here that I didn't produce. Well, actually, no, there's a few more than that. I produced over half the songs on this, but there's some that I didn't. It's, again, alternative hip-hop would be the genre again. But this one's a lot more restrained in the weirdness, even more so than Once Upon a Loser. If Weskeem, the self-titled album, is a 10 out of 10 on weirdness, then Once Upon a Loser would be about a 7 out of 10 on weirdness, and After the Tone would be about a 5 or 6 out of 10 on weirdness. It's still weird, because it's me, but it's a lot more restraint, and there was a conscious effort made in being a little more honest with my personality in this, and less goofy. So this album feels, for a lot of people, probably a lot more mature. It's my most streamed album by a long shot. Wasn't my best selling one, but it was my most listened to album. I would still say it's probably one of my better works overall, because it wasn't like what most of what I do. It has some sort of weird gimmick or hook attached to it, because I enjoy that. But this was really just, this is me. This is why I do music. This is the story of that. Here you go. There's some recordings from me and my a former bandmate who was involved in a lot of this that end the album. The album is meant to be played from song 1 to the end and listened to. It tells a story. This album is my most complete album. Every single song leads into the next. Some of these songs on here are 15-year-old songs that I always envisioned this. After the Tone was the name of the music that I did 15 to 16 years ago. That was my band's name, my two-person band name. That basically was getting signed to a label until the girl who I was doing it with ghosted the project, and I didn't know why. And in fact, I didn't know why she ghosted until I made this album, and she knew that it was happening. Like, this album actually was life-changing for me in the real world, because I actually got resolution with this person who I hadn't spoken with for over a decade because of this. So this album is the most meaningful album that I have. If you want to hear that story in song form, it's throughout here. I think musically, production-wise, the album I'm dropping is about to drop, Long Live Pop Punk, is my best album. But I think from an artistic perspective, this one's still going to be my favorite. And so then you go into, it's Christmas punk, which should make sense. It's pop punk. It's 7 songs of Christmas pop punk. Just a fun little thing. After that, you have Manic. There are, 10 songs on here, something like that. These were all songs created real time on live streams in front of you guys, just put into an album. It has a very, very popular song on here in Late Nights, as well as probably what I think is the best song I've ever made, even though the community doesn't tend to agree in numbers, which is Lie to Me, which has a music video. I love that song. So this one was just, here's songs that I made during live streams. Just, I polished them a bit because I released unpolished. This is the exact version we made during the stream. When I released the Manic album, I just went back and I cleaned them up so they'd sound better. Let's see. I just realized PayPal is stupid. Sent the Streamlabs stripping address for my items, my old address and not my current. I email strip. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Okay. And then there's the B-Sides album. Sorry, I got distracted. I have on the website 3 different B-Sides albums. All of these are super basic and goofy as far as the art of them on purpose. They're supposed to look like a burned CDR that you're not supposed to have. That's the concept. Each of them have like 20 plus songs on them, and they're just the random shit that I released on YouTube during whatever time period. Some of them have some pretty good songs, and some unreleased songs. Like there's a song with Merkham's on it, on part 3. But it's just you don't know what you're getting on the B-side. You'll get alternative rock, screamo, rap rock, pop. The B-sides is just whatever the hell I've made randomly in the last 3 to 6 months. Here it is on a crappy burn CDR. The B-sides are everything about my weirdness as a musician. And then that brings us to Long Live Pop Punk. Long Live Pop Punk is what's coming out May 13th. This is the first album I've ever made that I didn't make any of the instrumentals for. And that's in all of my music career. I have been doing music for over 16 years now, and releasing projects, whether it be on MySpace or CDRs at shows or what have you. And there's never been a time where there was not a single song on a project of mine that I produced. I worked with a producer named IOF. He's from, I think, Greece. And he does amazing pop punk instrumentals, better than I could ever do. And so I had him do the entire album, which was very outside of my comfort zone. I've always struggled with, is it a cop-out if someone else makes the music? But honestly, a big chunk of artists I listen to either have a band that they play with or someone else produces the music for them. So I realized that was a really stupid thing to think. Not to mention, I've spent more time on this than any other album I've also made in the last 16 years of doing music. I've spent, hey, look, a new follower. I've spent more hours on this than anything else I've ever done, because despite not making the instrumentals, I spent stupid amounts of time just making everything sound exactly how I wanted it to, making every lyric hit where I wanted it to hit, and doing a lot of post-production, vocal editing, and all sorts of stuff. I spent 6 to 8 months on this now. I've been too ADHD to have that patience. This CD version is the longest thing I've ever done. It's 16 songs. I've never released a 16-track album before. It's 13 on this streamed version. And as far as the genre in this, it's simple. This is pop punk. Every song is pop punk, but it's modern pop punk. There are some songs that'll sound like old Blink-182 stuff, like on my Pop Punk Is Dead album, but there's a lot of songs that really, really are impacted and influenced by hip-hop, because IOF makes those kind of instrumentals, and that's what I want to do. So you have a very much modern take on pop punk in this, in a good chunk of the songs, where you're hearing stuff that you wouldn't have heard in pop punk, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, when it was still super popular. So yeah, that's the journey through all of my albums to now, to the new one that's coming out. I saw throughout me saying that people shouting out what they like the best from me. Yeah, for this album, I hired someone else. For most of my music, if you look at most of my catalog, I'd say the entirety of the weskeem catalog is probably 50-50. Probably half of it is produced by me, and half of it I've hired other producers. But I always credit whoever produced what. So yeah, bought 3 CDs and a t-shirt for my birthday 2 days ago. Thanks, Caroline. I appreciate you. But this one is 100% produced by someone else, which has never happened in one of my albums. You should do a video where weskeem is trying to take full control over the real life you, kind of like the mask movie. Well, that's not what weskeem the mask is for. Maybe I could do that with Scheme, the reaction personality, but the mask was never supposed to be what it was, which is why I discontinued the mask from reactions and such, and then eventually replaced it with a different masked persona for the few times I do reactions and goofy stuff on the channel. But the mask is for the music, and for a specific reason, it's not meant for the parody. That's not why I made it. So I've tried to separate it from that as much as I can. Much to the dismay of the YouTube algorithm. Hey, if you don't like pop punk, that's just your sad existence to hold. But at least you were able to appreciate what it is. If you don't like Blink-182, though, I don't know how that'll rein in on how you feel about this album. I don't know how many songs you've heard from this album, because I know you're on streams a lot and we've played some of them. But this album has quite a different flair than just traditional Blink-182, whereas I think the first Pop Punk Is Dead album was pretty much just a Blink-182 clone album. Yeah, Broken is a song that I produced. So since you were asking about what songs I've produced or whatever, I produced Broken. That song I made. It's one of the instrumentals I liked quite a bit. I liked how that one came out. You could usually hear it when it's one of my instrumentals because it doesn't sound like a traditional instrumental. It sounds a bit... But there we go, guys. So you saw me make a bunch of discs. Hopefully any of that... Hey, Minman, I remember when we got the unboxing of your face on stream for the first time. The unboxing of my face. Well, I mean, I didn't do a face reveal on stream. My face reveal was just the Late Nights music video. And I didn't make a stink about it. I went on stream asking people, like, I'm thinking about doing this. Are we just doing this? And the stream said, yeah. But I just dropped the video pretty unceremoniously. I didn't make a big deal about it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so hopefully any of this encouraged anyone to get the album when you can. I did weskeem versus westream once. It's the first subpar rap battle of YouTube. So that already exists. Mrs. Scheme's going to be 29 again. All right, so I think that's it for this stream. We'll do another one of these streams if the pre-orders kick up. Please pre-order or convince someone else to pre-order. I keep thinking that there's something else I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what. Anyway, I got 40 albums made now, so make me run out. Make me run out of these, so I have to make more. That's the goal. Or buy some of my backlog of my other albums, if the stories of any of those albums tickled your fancy. Have a good night. I might do another stream. If I do another stream, it'll probably just be Monday night Elden Ring stuff. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, I look up to some pop punk in general. Will happily await my cult uniform. Yeah, it's a good uniform you're getting. All right, we might stream again in a little bit. Elden Ring or some crap like we usually do on a Monday, but I wanted to get this done.